First, we're going to do number 1, and we're going to simplify. The equation is 6 over x squared minus 4 plus 2 over x squared minus 5x plus 6. The first step is to factor the denominator of each fraction to help find the LCD. That leaves us with 6 over x plus 2 times x minus 2 plus 2 over x minus 2 times x minus 3.
As you can see, both of them have the common denominator of x minus 2, but the first one has x plus 2 and the second one has x minus 3. To find the least common denominator, you have to find it one that all of them have. So the least common denominator is going to be 6 over x plus 2 times x minus 2 times x minus 3.
For step 3, we're going to find the new numerator for each fraction. If you compare the first fraction to the LCD, the x minus 3 is different, so it was written in the numerator. In the second fraction, the x plus 2 was different. For step 4, we're going to combine the fraction by adding or subtracting the numerators and keeping the LCD. For step 5, we're going to simplify the numerator by distributing and combining like. For step 5, simplify the numerator by distributing and combining like terms. For step 6, you're going to factor the numerator if you can, and that will be your answer.
So first you're going to simplify 1 over x plus 1 over x squared minus x. And then you're going to get 1 over x plus 1 over x parentheses x minus 1. Next you're going to find the least common denominator, which is x in parentheses x minus 1. Find the new numerator for each fraction. If you compare the first fraction to the LCD, the x minus 1 is different, so it was written in the numerator. In the second fraction, nothing was different. Combine the fraction by adding or subtracting the numerators and keeping. Combine the the fraction by adding or subtracting the numerators and keeping the LCD. Simplify the numerator by distributing and combining the like terms. Factor the numerator if you can, and replace the letters LCD. Factor the numerator if you can. Simplify or reduce the rational expression if you can. In this case, the rational expression can be simplified. And that's the answer.
Now we are going to do number 5. For this one, the equation is 4 over x squared minus 9 minus 3 over x squared plus 6x plus 9. Now we are going to simplify this equation and factor the denominator of each fraction to help us easily find the LCD. Now we have to find the LCD. For these equations, the LCD is x plus 3, x minus 3 times x plus 3. Now we are going to find the new numerator for each fraction. If you compare the first fraction, which is 4 over x plus 3 times x minus 3, you can see that the x plus 3 is different. So we're going to write it in the numerator. And for the second fraction, the x minus 3 was different, so we're going to write that in the numerator. Now we are going to combine the fraction by adding or subtracting the numerators, but you are going to keep the same LCD, and you're going to get the new equation of 4 times x plus 3 minus 3 times x minus 3 over the LCD, which is x plus 3 times x minus 3 times x plus 3. Now over here we are going to simplify the numerator by distributing and combining like terms, and that's going to give us 4x plus 12 minus 3x plus 9 over the LCD, now we are going to factor the numerator, and that's going to give us x plus 21 over the LCD, which is x plus 3, x minus 3 times x plus 3. And the last and final step is simplifying or reducing the rational expression to give us the answer. And when you reduce this, it will give you x plus 21 over x plus 3 squared times x minus 3. Okay, thank you so much, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask me, Reilly, or Marisa. This is our project on adding and subtracting rational numbers.